thankfully, my current boyfriend that I'm with now, like, granted, we don't live together, but like, he's not like that. Like, he's a lot nicer. So I don't think I'll have to worry about
Because y'all
that.
don't live together.
If you're living with your partner and both of you guys are like working full time, is the woman still expected to cook, clean, take care of the house, and pay half of the rent? Like, what do you guys think is fair?
All right. Let me throw this one to Jamie. Get us started. If you're living with your partner and both of you are working, is the woman or should the woman be expected to cook, clean, take care of the entire house, and pay half the rent?
Okay, so it's been a while since I've done a live-in situation, and I actually recently told myself I likely won't do that again unless I'm engaged. But pretty much out the gate, so the last couple of relationships where I dated seriously, I made it very clear like I want them to take care of the house bills. So if we're going to be doing that, they know right out the gate that my expectation is to be provided for because that's what I desire and what I like. I'm not going to be roommating 50-50 with the bills, blah blah blah. Because I like to cook and I like to clean and I like to take care of home and I like to be happy and stretched and worked out and joyful and available to do all of the cute little things that make his world better and more fun. So sometimes I work, sometimes I don't. I make money. Obviously, I live a comfortable lifestyle with, as a single woman. But yeah, I don't know about all that. That's the way I do things. So I guess if it was exactly this way, it would if you're going to do 50-50 on bills, he needed to be doing 50-50 on everything else. Like he need to get to them dishes and bathroom and scrub the whatever. It would just need to be 50-50 across the board if this was the situation, in my opinion.
All right. Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. If you aren't providing the 100% of that leadership of the provider role, then it's difficult to say, okay, you're not going to pitch in on any other part, right? Your wife is, or your lady is working a full day, coming home frustrated, whatever the case may be, or maybe not, maybe just coming home from a long day of work, and the expectation that kind of sit up and don't do anything but wait for food and wash or clean up and all of that. I think that's not even in old society. In today's society, clearly, we were just talking about how feminism is kind of taking things over, but I don't think that's feasible for someone who isn't providing that 100% leadership role from a financial standpoint to expect that their spouse or their lady's going to go home and take care of all of that stuff on top of working. That's a bit much. I think as a man, you would need to be providing her the opportunity to not have to work to expect that type of production at the house.
All right. Miles, go ahead and give your take on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I guess I see both sides of it, but I'm never doing that. Never doing that down the middle shit. So it's like, I guess the question is if a couple has decided that they're gonna go 50-50 or some kind of percentage split on the expenses, should the woman still be expected to do, traditional quote unquote woman, housekeeping shit, cooking, cleaning, all of that? I think so. I think I don't think there's a problem. If somebody comes into that house at 3 o'clock in the morning, is the man still expected to kill and die? Or are we splitting that responsibility down the middle too? So I mean, if I'm getting up to help do the cooking and the dishes, well, is she stepping in front of me with the heat when the home invasion goes down? So I just feel like we're in a bit of in this society now. Very few people are making it on one income. Most households, especially if there's kids, mouths that are eating but not working, most households have more than one person contributing to them, and I don't necessarily think that that means that, okay, the woman's no longer, responsible to cook or none of that shit. I mean, when shit gets broken, when shit needs to be fixed outside, that's usually the dude that's swinging hammers and turning wrenches. So I do think we got our own shit that we're good at, but that's a kind of fluid situation. I don't know what y'all think.
All right. Well, as far as living on one household, I feel like there are you can still live on one household in this country. Now, you might have to
One
move
income.
to. I'm sorry, yeah, one income. What I say? One household.
One
Yeah.
household income.
Okay. Yeah, you could you could definitely live on one income in your household. You just, you have to find the person who is trying to live the same lifestyle as you and the lifestyle that you can afford. And B, you probably want to go to Texas somewhere or Oklahoma or, some of those middle states where, the cost of living is a lot lower than living in these big cities. But you can still definitely in this country have a household and take care of a household off of one income. Now, but most people don't do that because most people live beyond their means, and most men pick women that they can't afford. So that's something different. But to answer the question, should a woman be expected to clean and take care of the entire house and pay half the rent? I would put it like this:
Oof.
if you're a man that likes to argue and fight with your woman because she's in her masculine, then yeah, let her take care of the household and pay half the rent too. And don't complain when she arguing with you and bossing up on you and not listening to you because you basically making her accountable. And in my opinion, accountability is not for women. Accountability is for men because men lead and women follow. And so if you're going to be a leader, then you have to assume all the accountability. But if you want to share accountability, then you're going to share leadership too. That's just kind of what it is with me. So me personally, I would say absolutely, you should be taking care of everything and she shouldn't be having to pay on nothing if she's in the house cooking and cleaning and serving. But, that's just how I like to get down.
I think accountability is for women as well. It's just different, right? Like with the narratives that go around, sometimes some women are afraid to say that they don't want to pay bills and they don't want to do this and that. So it is up to us to have the accountability to be honest. And then I guess my question for Miles is like, when you expecting to get the sex? Because after 8 hours work, cooking a meal, grocery stores, cleaning, like I'm exhausted even hearing it. You think what woman's about to be like, I'm trying to, baby, let me get, like, what? There's no way.
Is that a
he would have,
rhetorical question, or did you
no,
want an answer to that?
I'm asking you, how does the sex life look if, according to what you shared about this scenario, that you still think the woman, because we're better in those roles, should be doing the cooking, the cleaning, and taking care of the house because you got to cook and clean every day. A burglar ain't coming in every day. So with you and your expectation of a woman cooking and cleaning every day, and according to this, question here, she's also going to work. When would you expect sex? What does your sex life look like? What do you think?
My sex life is regular and fulfilling. I would expect that to be the case, uh, regardless of who's working what hours. Now, and within reason, right? I'm not saying that, yeah, you're gonna work a double, appendectomy and brain transplant and then come home and top me off, and on days like that, I might have to, make a little beef stroganoff, it happens. But I guess what I'm saying is, uh, unless you planning on shirking that duty, if you're gonna tell me, hey, I worked a full shift like a grown up, so now I don't have enough left to fuck you. Okay, well, what do we do? Are we staying together, or are you giving me a pass to go get that fulfilled somewhere else? My sex drive ain't going in cold storage because you live like a functional adult. I'm not sure. I might not be understanding the question.
No, I think we just disagree. Which is
You
fine.
understood the question.
Oh.
You answered
Yeah, you
it
answered.
with the answer that you gave.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
All right. So, Cher, how do you? Oh man, get There we go. Cher, how do you feel about the answers that you heard when it comes to women cooking and cleaning and taking care of the entire house and paying bills?
Well, honestly, I was just curious because I was expected to do all of that with my ex-fiance. He expected me to pay half the rent, work full time, and then also take care of the laundry, cooking, cleaning, and doing everything in the whole household. And it was exhausting doing all of that. So
Okay.
that's
How
why I
was your
just
sex
curious. I'm like,
life?
what is the stance on that? And like, thankfully, my current boyfriend that I'm with now, like, granted we don't live together, but like, he's not like that. Like, he's a lot nicer. So I don't think I'll have to worry about
Because y'all
that.
don't live together.